Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Are we
Good
really
evening.
rolling rad RNG at this point?
Good evening, my darling batlings, and also hello in chat, Kier. You're free to join in tonight if you feel up to it. If not, absolutely understand.
Kier.
I enjoyed watching you play Super Mario Brothers in 3D yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
The spot you're describing sounds awesome. I would love to go to it with you sometime. In the event I'm ever in your neck of the woods.
Which hopefully one of these days will be become a reality for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywho's it. I know we were scheduled to do Lords of Shadow tonight, but I changed my mind, as I am wont to do, and decided instead we're going to play a fan-made restoration hack of Resident Evil 1 for PS1 that takes the DualShock Director's Cut version and make some changes to it to make it more like the non-DualShock version while keeping the bonus features that the DualShock version added, and also adding back in the uncensored cutscenes that were supposed to be in the director's cut, but they kept forgetting to put on the disc. Seriously,
Well,
that is the
basically,
reason.
we're
That is the reason why the director's cut is advertised as uncensored, but still has the censored cutscenes. It's because Capcom literally just made a mistake and never went back and fixed it in any subsequent re-release.
So we're still hunting creatures of the night, just we're doing zombies this time instead of spiders and lichens.
Zombies, spiders, and lizard people. And bees.
And
My
plants,
god.
And plants, and plants, if I recall. No, wait, we still deal with spiders.
And shark!
Oh, right,
Yeah.
zombie shark. I forgot about that.
The only time we got zombie sharks.
Yeah, it's shame. We've never got any more zombie sharks. We got a zombie alligator in 5, but that's about it.
We also got a zombie alligator in a really out-of-nowhere sequence in 2.
That and an invisible snake in 6.
And we got like a mutant zombie dinosaur in 6.
And we also got zombie Brad Vickers.
6 is just weird.
Look, 6 is weird. Like, here's the thing. I enjoyed 6 to a point. Like, mainly Chris and Leon's campaign, but when we got to, like, Jake and Sherry's campaign, I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's weird having a melee-focused character in a Resident Evil game.
I will say though, Leon, when Leon and Chris meet up in that game, like that was awesome to me. I was just like, oh god, okay, we're gonna have the two main heroes of the game fight each other.
Yeah. Anywho's it, let's switch on over to the game screen. PS1's still out of commission, so I'm playing this on my Xbox Series S in dev mode with an emulator.
Okay.
Somebody
But
decided to pay me a surprise visit.
Is it
Oh.
Widget?
It's Widget.
It's Widget!
She got
Welcome
lonely
to the
downstairs
hut.
with my mom. Ah!
Oh, hello.
Yeah, she got too lonely downstairs with my mom, so my mom decided to bring her up here for me.
Aww.
Oh, hello.
Okay, well.
Anyway, let's get the game booted up. Oh yeah, and get out of the throne
Alright.
room. But yeah, Kier, you're welcome to hop into the call tonight if you feel up
Yeah.
to it. I didn't see if you answered that offer that I made.
I don't think he did.
Because my chat is currently pretty small.
Yes.
I mean, fair enough. But then again, we just started, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you doing? What you doing, little girl?
luckily, I also brought the monster bestiary. Since we're doing this, I'll record Resident Evil zombies and creatures. It'll add to the universal lore.
Yeah. One of the things I'm looking at trying to do for like a Resident Evil retrospective is when there's a version that's released on multiple platforms in the same generation, looking at like different versions of it instead of just the PlayStation release. Like for Resident Evil 2, looking at either the Dreamcast or N64 version.
The N64 version, if I remember correctly, was good because you could change the color of the blood.
And it has analog controls, like real analog controls, instead of the DualShock version's fake analog controls, where it's still tank controls.
Yeah. Like, I think if I remember correctly, and
it has a randomizer mode that's in no other version.
Yep.
Yeah, so Kier says that he's just too big.
Yeah, I saw. He's a Brookie right now. I told him about Brookie ice cream.
What?
It's a flavor that I got at the grocery store a couple weeks ago.
Chris.
It's like a Neapolitan flavor, but it's 3 flavors of brownie and or cookie ice cream.
That sounds delicious.
It's from a brand called Turkey Hill.
Yeah, you told me about
Yeah,
that.
the 3 flavors in it are brownie batter, chocolate with brownies, and sweet cream with a hard cookie swirl.
When we were, when me and Lulu were at the store, I think a couple days ago, or like a week or two ago, we did come across one of the Oddfellas Sonic ice creams.
Ooh, interesting.
And they had, I think, Tails' Marshmallow Sky one and Fruity Frenemies for Knuckles.
Anyway, we are doing Jill's story because you have to start with Jill. She has the best story.
Oh, so we're going to start with the easy mode.
Well, we're starting with Jill's story because it has Barry, the best character.
We're searching for the helicopter.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, but I still say easy mode because more inventory slots.
Well, yeah, but it's meant to be the easy mode.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, these are.
Then again,
I know you
again,
can't see it. I know you can't see it, Nico. But not only are the opening cutscenes in color, but they've got a lot more gore in them. That was replaced with alternate.
Visualize it.
Like
visualize it.
Like when he's talking about reports of strange roaming cannibals.
The opening cutscene, it's more gory, more
well,
more
the part
colorful.
where he's talking about strange incidents of people being killed by roving maniacs and being partially eaten, it shows a partially eaten corpse instead of newspaper clippings.
Yeah. Then again, I didn't play Jill much when I played this game. I always played Chris because I like one favorite character, and 2, I liked his challenge a little bit more because you don't get his best stuff until later in the game.
Salve, Arikado, you look fabulous today. Thank you, Hilton. I appreciate it. I hope I pronounced that right. I do not claim to be fluent in Brazilian Portuguese.
I mean, if you practice the accent, you probably could do it.
We also get to see what the zombie dogs did to Joseph. Sorry, Joseph!
Joseph!
Speaking of dogs, this little girl, she certainly seems
It kind of sounds like what happens outside your castle sometimes when the villagers try to come close to your house.
Yeah.
This little Joseph!
And if the music sounds different to you, it's because I'm playing the version of this hack that has the DualShock Edition soundtrack.
I was gonna say, the one thing that's wait a minute. Does this version have what the Saturn version has, the dual final boss where you have 2 of them?
That is in the battle mode that was exclusive to the Saturn version. And that was hacked in as a separate disc. Recreated from scratch for PS1.
I was gonna say, because I remember the Saturn version having you fight 2 tyrants instead of 1.
Yes, that is in the Saturn exclusive battle mode, which is basically the original Mercenaries mode.
Okay.
That
By the way, you heard that today that game of Incestuous Brother appeared on TV channel today. I did not hear about that. I haven't heard much news today other than the disappointing Diddy verdict.
All right, I heard about that too.
Also, now that these scenes are in color, you can see that Wesker's hair is like Johnny Bravo yellow. Holy shit. Thanks for the head pats.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, live-action Wesker's hair is so obviously dyed. It's not a real blonde color. It looks like a Crayola crayon.
Head pats? Somebody wants head pats, what?
That's the sound that plays when someone gives me a head pat.
Okay, I was concerned. I heard head pats own each other, and I'm like, wait, what?
What you doing? What you doing? Huh? What you doing?
What is the baby doing?
She's just being she's being a wiry little brat. That's what she's doing.
Head pats and your friends when? I would have to set that up on a case-by-case basis.
God, I really need to do the Chris Redfield cosplay, and Lulu needs to do Jill Valentine again.
I've been wanting to
You still
cosplay
have
Barry
those
Burton for a
cosplays.
while, if that helps you at all.
I mean, it would help out because I had a friend who, like, here's the thing. At ASEN one year, me and her did Chris and Jill. I was going to get me and her an ice cream, and I ran into a Wesker cosplayer. We did the whole Chris and then Wesker scream. And
Wesker!
He bought me an ice cream. We actually, like, me and him both took a picture, and he's like, "Hey, can I get you an ice cream?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And we took a picture of us having an ice cream.
What is it?
Hold on, Helton just said, I'm gonna tell a sin. I just played the Resident Evil 4 remake, and I played just for Ashley. You know what? They did a lot to redeem Ashley in the Resident Evil 4 remake, mostly by making her less bratty.
Yeah, but in my
But at
opinion,
the same time, I say you should play both the original and the remake, because, like, I don't think one supplants the other, because they both offer their own unique experiences. The remake definitely tries to go for a more serious horror vibe, whereas the original is more like a campy B movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, I have nothing against the remake except for one thing. You could just easily CQC enemies to death without getting hit. All you need to do is one good placed headshot, and you literally cannot run out of ammo.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm not really invested in comparison to the other one. Like, I like the original a little bit too much.
Also, we get the uncensored first appearance of the zombie here, where he drops, I think his name is Forrest, half-eaten face.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, definitely need to go get the VHS tape or whatever that's on him.
That's only in the remake. We're playing the PS1 version.
Barry?
Okay. Well, I know he had something like a.
He has some ammo on him
ammo.
in the original.
Yeah, extra ammo. Yeah, Barry, you take care of it with your single army Colt Python.
Yep. And, him taking multiple headshots to put down a zombie with a Magnum, when the Magnum is supposed to be a one-hit kill in this game, is how the Magnum was supposed to originally function. It would have a random but still higher than average chance of dealing one-hit kills.
Well, yeah, that's with most of the guns too, because I know the pistol has the capability of doing that to beginning zombies. Like,
Yeah.
you get a random headshot and it auto kills, but later on the pistol just becomes completely useless. So you either are forced to use shotgun or a stronger weapon.
I wouldn't say completely useless. It's more so it's your last line of defense. Because you're not gonna try and use the knife against these enemies.
Well, the only thing good about the knifing is if you're able to get one of them down and then knife downward, you can actually get a multi-hit off of it. if I remember correctly, because that was like one of the few ways you could deal with half of the zombies if you wanted to save ammo.
Remember, this isn't Ghosts and Goblins. You don't get the knife and then win the game.
Then again, you're not throwing the knife either.
I was a Nintendo 64
Also-
kid. The PS1 players bullied me. I was a PS1 kid. I got my N64 a couple years ago. Love it. N64 has its own unique version of Resident Evil 2 on it that's really impressive for the N64 limitations.
See, I was the opposite of you. I got the N64 like in '98, and I didn't get a PlayStation 1 until 2001 with Forbidden Memories and Grandia.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
But if you want to try a unique version of I heard the gamers hate Resident Evil movies. What's your guys' opinion? The first Resident Evil movie is okay, like decent enough horror movie that gets the Resident Evil vibe without being a direct adaptation of Resident Evil. To the second movie onwards, straight off a fucking cliff in terms of quality.
Yeah,
I don't care how impressive the practical effects are for Nemesis. You shouldn't have a fight scene where someone's able to go hand to hand with Nemesis and not die in one punch.
Well, that or get like penetrated by tentacle.
Yeah, the key thing you need to know about the Resident Evil live action movies is that they have the same problem with every Paul W.S. Anderson movie that he's directed since marrying Mia Jovovich, which is he always makes her the main character and makes her the most unstoppable Mary Sue character ever. Like,
yeah,
he married his OC, basically.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah. I know, Return to Raccoon City, when that came out, like, the only issues me and Lulu had with that one were the Jill and Leon voice actors, but other than that, the movie was pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the casting for Leon because he looked nothing like Leon.
Me and Lulu had a little more of an issue with Jill's actor, because Jill was like not the fact that it was a completely different like thing for Jill, but the fact that Jill didn't really act like her in-game character in a way. Like,
I heard that Leon was kind of like that too. They made him more of like a player, or
it wasn't more like a player, but more like a putz.
Which, Leon kind of is in Resident Evil 2.
Well, he's a rookie cop.
It's his first day on the job, and it's his worst day on the job.
and from that, he became the president's bodyguard.
Yes. And he turned down the opportunity to do some overtime with Ashley. Because he's single-mindedly dedicated to Ada, who is never going to hook up with him.
Look, it's basically... Look, Ada to Leon is basically a tease. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. I heard Leon was a newbie that took the responsibility of his friend's protections. Am I wrong? Okay, he was... In Resident Evil 2, he's a rookie cop that happens to arrive at Raccoon City when there's a zombie outbreak going on. After the events of Resident Evil 2, because he's one of the only people that survives the outbreak and the city being nuked, he's drafted into Special Forces, getting special training, and becomes a bodyguard for the President of the United States' daughter.
I was gonna say, Operation Raccoon City on Xbox, although it wasn't that good of a game, I did enjoy the fact that they gave you the option to fight Leon, and I'm not gonna lie to you, compared to Mr. X and Nemesis, Leon is a fucking tank.
Alright, just got the ammo off of the guy who was eaten was Kenneth, by the way. And I got the ammo off his corpse. He's not gonna need it.
Yeah, do you know, oh, by the way, you know the L-shaped hallway that when you go back through, the dogs break through?
Yeah.
Do you know of the ammo clip in that hall?
Yep, I found it by accident one time.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because I know majority of the clip locations. I would also like think maybe saving the shotgun until you get like to the hunter part.
Yeah, I tend to not have a problem with running out of ammo in my playthroughs.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just didn't know because I know everyone plays this game differently. I'm paranoid when it comes to ammo. I'm like, okay, I'm saving this shit until like I get to the second part of the guardhouse or the mansion.
I just played the 4 game. The thing with Leon and his catchphrases are all in the games. 4 is a lot different tonally than the early games, because, like, while Resident Evil 1, the PS1 version, is very well known for its bad voice acting and cheesy script, it's got more of, like, a straight horror vibe. Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, also, you know, same thing, but a little bit more action-oriented. Same thing with Resident Evil 3, but with more of a sense of, like, you're constantly being hunted. Resident Evil 4 is where it starts to, like, venture away from horror and go more towards, being a bit more action. And also tries to give you the vibe of, like, you know, a cheesy horror action movie, which is why you get the catchphrases.
I mean, to be fair, a majority of PS1 games had very cheesy voice acting to begin with.
Yeah, because the voice acting in video games was a brand new thing at the time, and they often couldn't afford to get, like, professional voice actors. So they would just use whoever they could.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Like, I also remember, I wasn't allowed to play Resident Evil much when I was a little bit younger because, again,
Same here.
System. But I remember that they with the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis game, if you did the PlayStation like when you got it for PlayStation, I think, or Dreamcast, I forgot which one, they gave you an airsoft gun replica of the Samurai Edge. Some copies did.
That must have been like a limited edition thing.
It was a limited edition. Like, there was not many of it. It was just like a very limited run.
Yes, this is Jill that we're playing as. Resident Evil 1 has 2 playable characters with their own campaigns. You have Jill and you have Chris.
Yep. Before Chris was roided and jacked up.
Yeah, before we got Chris Roydfield.
Which saddened me. Which funny thing, if you use the Stars outfit on 5, he doesn't have that much muscle on him anymore.
Yeah. Best movie design by far. Jill's design in the movies is based off of her design in Resident Evil 3, where she's no longer working for the Stars division of the Raccoon City Police Department. So she's just a civilian. A civilian who's being monitored by Stars.
Yeah. And then being stalked by Nemesis, her boyfriend.
Yes. I don't know why she's so scared of Nemesis. I mean, he's got tentacles. That's a plus right there.
Yeah, jeez.
I've seen enough art of what Nemesis can do.
Well, the fact that also what Nemesis did to Brad Vickers.
Yeah, but Brad had it coming.
True.
Because remember, Brad was the helicopter pilot that ditched us in the beginning of this game.
No! Don't go, you bastard!
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame.
Look, you got away on a helicopter. We had to deal with a frickin' giant tarantula, a snake, a plant, and some other shit in this house. I don't like it.
Yep.
Oh, I know what scene we're on.
Yeah, we're about to have the legendary line.
Hey, what's going on?
Kier knows what's up.
So in other words, you got the shotgun without getting the replica.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you have to do this to get the best ending with Jill.
I thought that shit was up. Then again, I didn't really play Jill much. I mainly played Chris. Okay, that makes sense.
For Jill, you have to get rescued by Barry at every opportunity he gives you.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
And thus, history was made.
But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just something
You having some food there?
the lost captain.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my chips. Sorry.
Ooh, what flavor?
Barbecue.
Nice. What kind of
One of my
barbecue?
G food. If I can remember what kind that Lulu got me, I think it's barbecue bacon.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've had them before. I mean, like, it's basically, think about it's like a smoky barbecue chip with a little hint of bacon flavor.
Bacon flavor's hard to get right because in every time I've had something that was supposed to be like bacon flavored, it usually just tasted like fat and salt.
See, here's the thing. It's like a hint of bacon. It's not like, oh, we're putting straight bacon grease and all that on there. It's like, it's mainly barbecue flavor, but you get that hint of bacon on your tongue. And it's really good. It's really balanced. I just gotta give myself medicine for this. If I can grab it. Also, I'm gonna say this in the remake of this game that they did, invisible zombie mode is just mean.
Yeah, just wait until you see the randomizer hack that people made for the PC port of the remake.
I think I've seen that.
Like, okay, the randomizer combined with the just one zombie mode.
Oh, I think I've seen a run of that.
I've seen a horrible run of that. The Just One Zombie mode, for those that don't know, is an unlockable bonus mode for the Resident Evil 1 remake, where there's only one zombie in the entire game. The problem is, he's covered in explosives, and if he touches you, or if you shoot him, he will explode and blow up everything and you die.
Yeah.
Someone decided to combine that with the randomizer mod that the fans have made, and his one zombie chasing him through the entire game from start to finish was the Tyrant.
Oh no.
So basically, you said there was one strapped with explosimes.
Yes, he's covered in grenades.
So he'd go boom like this, eh?
What the fuck?
No!
Basically, yeah.
Thanks, Ari. Thanks.
It's okay. Just put some Windex on those explosion burns and you'll be fine.
Oh no, the burns don't really hurt me. Besides, I already found a piece of turkey leg in your wall anyway. That helped me out.
Well, that's good to hear.
No, Kier, that wasn't the fart. This is the fart.
Dude, do you need some gas X?
He's got gaseous distinction, as my late granny would say.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was actually me blowing the fuck up. At least
give me a minute. I'll be right back. I have to grab a thing for my pen. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Let's see. I also created another creature for your world, Ari, but I will. I'll.
Is it an exploding zombie?
No, thankfully. But you gave me an idea. But no, it is actually it is a zombie of sorts. basically, I want to discuss with you the idea of it before I just up and post it in the fan art thing, because I want to, this is your world. I'm just throwing ideas out here.
Right.
And I didn't want to talk to you about it over stream because I feel like it's better to talk about privately before we just put it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
But you did give me an idea for explosive zombies. Need to find a good zombie base. Actually, where is it? Where is it? Actually, I have something. What, sweetheart? What's the matter?
She wants attention, doesn't she?
She had all the attention I could give her right now because I had her in my arms. Then she just
And that's still not enough.
Nope, it is not enough for her. Ah. But yes, I do have an exploding zombie to add to your world if you so choose. I call it the Lambent.
I don't know enough about Gears of War.
I mean, all I'll say is that Lambent humans and Lambent in general were basically they were like zombies. The whole idea was that they were infected with the emulsion fungus, which turned out to be like a parasitic organism. But people of Sarah or the Gears of War universe thought it was a super fuel. So apparently, exposure to the fumes from the emulsion turned any creature that basically any sort of creature that was not adapted to it into these explosive glow-in-the-dark zombie creatures.
No, Kier. He didn't say anything about warthogs. He said lambent.
What was that about a warthog?
That looks more like a puma to me.
What in Sam Hill is a puma?
It's like a big cat.
But basically,
right.
Now Now I want you to look at those toe hooks that the warthog has. They look like tusks. Now, what other animal do you know that has tusks? A walrus.
Oh my god.
But yes, Lambent are known to explode if you pump them with enough bullets.
Technically, anything will explode if you pump them up with enough anything.
Yeah, but these guys are they're infected with an explosive, quote unquote super fuel fungus. So, yeah.
Sounds nasty.
Yes, it's very nasty.
But does it go good on pizza?
That's a good question. Niko?
We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. We'll find
What's
that
going
video.
on?
We'll
Who called
find
me?
Dr. Wowie.
Speaking of that, I pulled a random G Fuel. I got the Mega Man flavor.
Nice.
Nice.
Jill, what's going on?
Also, you were saying JKR about what was going on?
I was just gonna say, it's how would you like to be the first person to experience a emulsion-covered pizza?
Better to secure our escape route first.
Look, I may find food in the walls,
Let's try to find.
but trust me when I tell you this, there's even some things even I wouldn't eat if I'm on a hunt.
Just a moment. I found something. It's a weapon.
Then again, my auntie Maria, when she was 10 years old, ate a whole 7-tier wedding cake, and I don't know how the hell she didn't gain weight. Which is oddly impressive yet scary at the same time.
Here's the thing. She kept on going on and on about how she was flat-chested. Where do you think those came from?
Okay, point proven, but then counter argument. You forgot one thing. It went to her thighs and her butt as well.
Yeah, I never said it.
About it.
Yeah, I know I know she's she. You know, I hate to say this about your auntie. What am I saying? I love to say this about your auntie. She's hot. Your auntie's thick.
Look, look. As much time as I've been smothered by her, believe me, I nearly suffocated a few times.
I feel like a man. I feel like a man dying of thirst watching another man drown.
That is my auntie. No Alabama. I mean, if you want to go for my auntie, I think she's still alive somewhere, but I'm not sure about that one at this point.
Nah, I ain't messing with Alucard's girl.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm pretty sure you could fight him. I'm pretty sure you could take him. You don't have Chris and Grimm, you'll be fine.
Look, I respect him too much.
You respect him, and yet you outright say, "My auntie is dummy thick, and you are and you find her sexy," even though that doesn't mean I'm going to step in on his territory. Okay, fair enough.
It's called look, don't touch.
No, sweetheart.
Although Maria was still lucky to get away with her life due to the fact that when you're fighting a vampire, don't focus on the boobs, focus on survival.
Even the vampires are bigger than mine.
Oh my god. Look, even to this day, Carmilla's tits are still fucking growing.
Say more.
What it is with each
do say more, please.
Do you want me to pull out the monster compendium? Because it has also their weight, body type, and blood type, if they have blood at all.
I ain't interested in biometric data. I'm interested in measurements.
Measurements is part of it, buddy.
Then yes.
Oh my god.
You're talking to someone who gave a presentation on weird niche anime that would never catch on in the West, and as part of it, showcased. Well, actually, now I can call it by its localized title because it's on Crunchyroll now for some reason. Manu Scroll.
Oh my god.
Which is like, okay, it is Edo period Japan, but what if instead of the hierarchical caste system being determined solely by, you know, your proximity to the emperor and or the shogun, what if it was determined by how big the booba of the women in the family was?
Oh, jeez.
So in other words, the bigger the tits, the more higher up you are in the family.
And what if the protagonist was a female ninja who defected from her clan and had the ability to, like, absorb the soul of the booba and add it to her own, thereby making it so whenever she slashes one of her exclusively female opponents, their boobas shrink and her boobas grow proportionately to the size of the booba that she slashed.
Jeez.
Oh god.
Basically, what I'm saying is it's surprising that there hasn't been a crossover between this and Senran Kagura. Or Queen's Blade.
When you said that, the only thing that reminded me of that is when Soma absorbs souls, but instead, if it was a cross-gender Soma and that shit happened.
Yes.
I'm very concerned now.
It's on Crunchyroll. It's called Manu Scroll.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, there is some...
It's not dubbed because they will not put anyone to dub this. No one will agree to dub this.
Yet in Hagane, this character named Senna actually.
Oh, I know
did a
exactly
whole
what you're
rant.
talking about. The scene where they had to bleep out half of what she said.
She's like, "Big brother, I want to make your big fat." I'm like, "Oh God." The funny thing is this: when me and Lulu saw that scene, her mom walked in, and her mom was like, "Well, damn." And I was just surprised. My mouth was dropped. I'm just like, "Oh God, she's gonna wonder what the hell we're watching." And she's like, "Wow."
I'm broke enough, damn it. I'm broke enough, damn it. I'll voice it, says Kier. Like, Funimation, well, Funimation's no longer around, but I still say Funimation, because now they're just labeled Crunchyroll as well. Speak of the wolf and she, not wolf, speak of the doggo and she shall appear. Lulu is in chat.
Hello, Lulu. We are hunting zombies in a mansion
Yes, but,
instead of lichens and spiders in the wood.
Sounds
guess,
like,
what'd you miss? A discussion about the most booba-centric anime you will... One of the two most booba-centric anime you will ever see, which are, funnily enough, both from the same studio.
Which this topic spawned from talking about my Auntie Maria and a 7-tiered wedding cake.
Yes. You brought this upon yourself. Gonna play Dead by Daylight with Leon just for the live. I will be here. I will keep hearing. I appreciate you tuning in, Helton. I hope you have fun. I've been thinking about playing Dead by Daylight if I can get a group of friends together to play it.
I mean, you definitely got me.
It would be better. It would be better to get a group of friends for that because I don't think you want to play with the salt ladder.
No, I do not. I also want to, not have a 0% chance. Okay, I'll hydrate. I don't want to have a 0% chance of getting to play the killer.
Fair enough. Also, when that hydrate just went off, I took a sip of my G Fuel.
Took a sip of my water, and I've got some of my good juice left over here.
Nice.
It's not actually juice, but I like calling it good juice because that makes it sound extra disgusting.
Certainly does.
It's actually just called good. It's from Gamer Subs. It tastes like a cherry slushy, and it's delicious. It lives up to its name. It is good.
Oh, question. Did you get the,
What do you have to pay me to play Undertale?
That...
I have 2 copies of Undertale, neither of which I've ever played. I've thunk about playing Undertale before. But I'll appreciate any payments that you give me, because it'll be going towards getting me a new CPU that I really need. But sure, you can pay me to play Undertale sometime. I just, it'll probably be in, like, 2 weeks.
One thing that me and you need to do eventually is the Luigi's Mansion Hidden Mansion run.
Yes.
We need to get that money. We need to get bricked up on gold bars.
Never say you want to get bricked up because that's a completely horrid
I'm
thing.
joking. Look, here's the thing. You think I'm joking, but there's this thing where you get achievements online for certain games.
Yeah, retro achievements.
One of the achievements for Luigi's Mansion is bricked up, which is collect all the gold bars in the mansion.
Oh.
Yeah. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
I just thought you were trying to, like, say you wanted to get into an edging competition.
Dude, what the fuck?
Bricked up means, like, building up that...
I know what it means. I'm just saying, like, that's what the achievement's called.
Yeah, for once, it's not JKR digging his hole deeper and deeper.
Look, ever since I fucking met you, my hole has already been 20 feet under at this point. I'm already waiting for somebody to drop.
I would rather you not tell me how deep your hole is. That's between you and your wife.
JKR, if I gave you 500,000 gold, would you kill me?
Nah.
Fuck.
It would have to be funny. That's the problem.
Yes, you heard it right, Helton.
I also just remembered, if I end up dying either way, I would just respawn back at the front door.
Nah, Helton, your English is not failing you. You heard it right.
Look, here's the thing. I would just respawn back at the front of Ari's front door, because unfortunately, unlimited continues.
Well, you would respawn at the title screen, and then you'd have to load your save.
Not if it was a... Oh, right, yeah, you play by Metroidvania rules in this house. Damn. Curse you, PS1 loading screens. Alright, so I guess you're going after, the, metals you need to, open up, the guardhouse?
Yeah. I'm also just picking up items that'll come in handy later.
Yeah, that would be wise. I would
You want to know an absolutely blessed fact about the Resident Evil series and the original Devil May Cry?
What?
And YouTube?
What?
The first few PlayStation Resident Evils and the original PS2 Devil May Cry had a sound effects designer responsible for the gunshot sounds being sounding so good, named Hideaki Utsumi.
Oh?
You want to know what he's most known for outside of that?
I'm afraid to ask, but tell me.
He is the owner of the Red Burb. You know,
oh god.
That's him. That's his bird.
bad days.
Sorry, Kato, you like zombies games, so opinion Left 4 Dead 2, I'm gonna buy on Steam. Left 4 Dead 2 is amazing to play with friends, especially since it has a huge modding community. Like,
yeah, and
it's Steam Workshop mods, so you don't have to like go to Nexus mods or anything. It's just download all sorts of random bullshit to make it as chaotic as possible.
Yeah,
it's absolutely worth buying it on Steam.
Yeah, because they have like a whole entire Ocarina of Time map or whatever. Like they have like all the dungeons and like Kokiri Forest and shit.
Yeah, and it's best played with friends. Alright, time for the Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. At night, we played poker with Scott the guard, Alias, and Steve the researcher. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. It's always Steve. It's always Steve being a fucking jackhole.
Damn it, Steve!
Good lord.
May 10th, 1998.
Hi, Steve.
Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. How do you know it looked like a gorilla without any skin if it didn't have any skin?
Check the search history.
Lulu says, hey Niko, when will you cook the pizza?
Oh, probably in a little while I can disappear and make the pizza. It would only take me 20 minutes, not long.
Yeah, if you need to go BRB to do that at any point, feel free.
That's fine. I'll probably have Lulu also help me make the pizza because, again, I really need... Well, again, I don't think anyone wants me to burn the kitchen down.
Right. May 11th, 1998. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protection suit that looks like a spacesuit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder, those researchers never rest, even at night. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. What the dogs do to you, fucker? Leave the dogs alone.
You can also before you continue, when he said I put on a suit or whatever, it immediately reminded me of the Sonic Boom episode where Tails is writing in a diary saying, "I even thought about wearing pants. Desperate times indeed." Like he was like writing to Zoe, like his girlfriend in the show, and he's like, I actually thought about wearing pants. Desperate times. And I'm just like, Tails, no.
May 13th, 1998. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back and the doctor told me I did not need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. Why, when he says he put a big bandage on my back, I don't think like, medical wrappings. I think like, Ed, and Eddie comically sized bandage.
Yeah,
the episode where Double D was training Ed and Eddie to behave, and he put those band-aids on the back of their head. I imagine that.
I think it's more along the lines of like a mustard patch, like there was a Disney short with Goofy being sick or whatever. His wife puts a mustard patch on his chest and rips it off.
I don't know what a mustard patch is.
It's like a heat, like a medical heat patch or something. Like it gives off like a medication.
Okay.
That is supposed to like alleviate like congested chest.
I was wondering how the hell does mustard help someone heal?
No, the reason why it's called a mustard patch as well is because it's like the adhesive to the bandage. It's a little bit yellow or like whitish, like a mustard.
Is it like a Dijon mustard? Is it a Grey Poupon? Is it Poupon that you can get from Goujon John's Goujon Poupon?
Dude, are you just hungry for mustard?
No, I don't even like mustard. But it's not often that I get to reference Goujon John on stream.
Oh, God.
You heard it here, folks. But no, I will make the pizza, Lulu, after we finish the diary. And then we'll make the pizza, then I'll come back, and then we'll probably see Ari dance with a spider or something.
No, the spiders are a way off. I went to the
Really.
Oh yeah, I already read
Where to go?
When I woke up
that page.
May 14th, 1998. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying. I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. They have been quiet since morning, which is unusual. I found that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups find out. May 15th, 1998. Can we talk about how this game came out in 1996? So technically this takes place in the future for when this came out.
The fact that this took place in my birthday month.
May 15th, 1998. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leaves the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? Pelton says happy birthday.
I guess. Thank you. Even though May is like way off now, way past gone.
Way past cool.
May 16th, 1998. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from this mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me?
Easy, you're decaying and or dying.
Right?
May 19th, 1998, so skip ahead 3 days. Fever gone but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4.
Oh god, the famous
itchy,
scene in Resident Evil.
Tasty. I don't know what the 4's for, but itchy, tasty.
Itchy, tasty.
Itchy, tasty.
And now you will be jumped on by a friend.
No, that happens before you read the journal.
Oh.
When you examine the journal, that's when the zombie jumps out of the closet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh right, yeah, it does do that. Because I had a Mandela effect again. It's just like, I always thought the zombie jumped at you first. Never mind.
Yeah,
Anyway, be right back. I will make the pizza.
Go make the pizza. I cook the pizza.
I'm gonna make a Tony's a pizza. Or Jack's Pizza, or whatever you want to call it. I'll be right back with it. I'll be right back.
All right.
When he said he's going to go make the pizza, I just thought of like that Doobus Goobus animation of him like reenacting a Twitter thread about someone like talking about how like mafia vibe fashion is bad because the mafia were horrible people, and then this person just responded to them with, I cooked the pizza! And then the person, DOP, went on like another angry tirade about how like, this isn't a joke, you little shit, the mafia did really bad crimes, and yada yada yada, and then the person responded with, Mamma mia!
Mamma mia, pizza-ita!
Mamma mia, pizza-ita! Mario says as he throws the baby penguin to its doom. Against the wishes of the ghost of Toad, because the penguin is our Lord and Savior.
Also, Allie was talking.
What, sweetheart? What is it? She apparently don't like that I'm not really giving all my love and attention to her right now.
Well, she's a baby. Of course she wants all your love and attention.
What, sweetheart? What's the matter?
Alright, we put the blue gem into the tiger, and we get one of the crests that we need to progress.
Nice.
There's 4 of these in total. We got the wind crest. And we're going to be coming back to this tiger later, when we have the other gem that goes in its eye socket.
Okay.
You know what they call mediocre to bad pizza in Italy, I've recently found out?
What?
They call it a pizza shit.
Where'd you get that?
I just came up with it.
Oh, jeez. You need to stop. Let's see.
I see you expanding dong there in chat, Helton. I know that face. I know that DK face. I also know the song that goes along with that. I'd shower you with coconut cream pie.
Oh, God. Donkey Kong, we don't need to know what you do with your cream pie.
It's hard to find a match as a kill. To find a match was a killer, wasting time. Yeah, to my understanding, everyone wants to play killer. So if you don't choose that you want to play killer, then you're gonna have an easier time finding a match. I heard a bork.
Yes, you heard of Bork. And it sounds like she really just wants out of her little crate. So I'm going to take her downstairs real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Sorry to leave you without him. You know,
Nah,
without
it's fine.
co-commentator, Ari.
It's fine.
I'll still hear everything, though.
Yeah, it's not like you're gone forever. Right, so we got the emblem, which we're gonna need for a puzzle here. So we go into this room thanks to the lockpick, because as previously mentioned by Barry, the lockpick is best used with Jill because she's the master of unlocking. Then we get this. And then we use the music notes, which should really be called like a score or sheet music or something. We use it on the piano. It's Moonlight Sonata. And then we find out that Jill's apparently really good at playing the piano. You really wanted to donate to the CPU, but a dollar in Brazil is like 6 reais. I hate my country and I can't donate to my favorite streamers. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I understand that the dollar to real conversion is really fucked. But I appreciate that you considered it at the very least. Even if you weren't able to actually go through with it, my heart is warmed by you wanting to donate to me. It's a promise. My next prime is for you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just as an FYI, I'm not going to be streaming most of next week because I'll be at the beach and won't have any of my stuff I need for streaming with me, because I don't think I can lug my desktop with me to the beach. It's a bit too heavy. And with that, we now have the wrong one. Let me put that back. I need the gold emblem. And then I put the wood emblem in there. And with that, I can solve this next puzzle. And for that, we're gonna have to go back in here and examine the place where we took the emblem from. It would help if I actually faced the right way. And bada bing, and dare I say, bada boom. But yeah, K-pop was super cool. Sounds awesome, based on how you described it. And now we've got another key.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
I don't think an egg would help me. Eggs don't really become useful until Resident Evil 4.
Well, I am the Eggman. That's what I am. Yeah, apparently Widget just didn't like the fact that there was no AC going on in here.
Oh, I see.
She's just very spoiled because she got to sleep up here when the AC was on.
Aww. So turn on the AC.
But I'm refusing in here.
Well, we all have to make sacrifices. Stop nibbling on my feet. That's weird. Would you say Kirby is a metal game for metalheads? Yes, I would. Especially with that King Dedede theme in the latest Kirby game. Hell yeah.
Actually put out a new Kirby game?
A few years ago, yeah.
Hmm.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land, first fully 3D Kirby game. And they did
wow.
like a metal remix of the Masked Dedede theme for the Dedede boss fight. And there's also the fact that the microphone ability that Kirby has in one of the, I want to say it's in one of the DS games, basically has him doing a death metal growl and gives him a mohawk.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, my mom just made pesto from the basil that she planted. So, I got an idea for my lunch tomorrow to take with me to school.
Is it pesto?
It involves pesto, yes.
Are you just gonna take a bag of pesto with you?
Why would I just take a bag of pesto with me? I love me some pesto, but not that much.
just like not even a plastic baggie, just like a brown paper lunch bag filled with nothing but pesto.
I don't think that would survive the trip.
Not with that attitude, it won't.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm done trying to wrap my brain around your bullshit, Ari.
The problem, you see, that's your problem. You were still trying after all these years.
I mean, it doesn't help that I'm always the straight man in these situations. And
no. You're very much not the straight man most of the time in these situations. You're very much the non-straight man in a lot of these.
For once, I was not tonight. I was not. I was actually straight. The straight man in a lot of these bits tonight. Niko, on the other hand. Oh, God.
Kier just chanting Pegatron over and over again in chat.
I see that. And Kier, you're gonna get what's coming to you one of these days. One of these days. One of these days. Bang! Zoom! To the moon! Oh, God. Also, I'm trying to take as much advantage of my Nitro subscription as I can before it runs out, because that runs out this weekend.
Okay.
And thankfully, I will get a little bit of money this weekend. I'm also hoping my new debit card comes in, because I think my last one got hacked.
Kier said, right to the moon. Good Lord, JKR is gonna sell me Bitcoin. Save me, Ari. You're on your own in this one, dude.
Let's see. Just out of curiosity, Ari, I'm not going to redeem it. I just want to double check.
Hey, Shadow Dragon. But yes, go ahead.
The fortune reading, are you still doing those, or?
I haven't done them in a while, and I don't have the camera set up, so.
I'm just double checking for anyone who might, like, it hasn't happened, but I always like to.
Yeah, I don't have the camera set up for that currently, so in the event that someone does decide to redeem a fortune reading, just refund their points.
You got it. I always like to prepare for any eventuality, you know?
Yeah.
Be prepared. That was the
It's been so long since someone redeemed that I forgot I had that as a redeem.
Yeah.
Now, here is a high-pitched sound only you can hear.
You idiot. We can all hear that. No, you can't. You're bluffing. No, I'm not. You were just saying, I. Okay, how about this? Me, 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 me.
Gotta love the stupidity of Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
I have a plan. I'm thinking of ordering one of those mind erasing kits.
You already have one.
Have what?
A mind erasing kit.
JKR, I don't have a mind erasing kit. If I had one, don't you think I'd remember that? So anyway, I'm thinking of ordering one of those mind erasing kits. 2 days later. So here's the plan. I order one of those mind erasing kits.
Ari, you already have one. Oh, God.
Anyway, researchers will. My dear Alma, the fact that you have received this letter is both a joy and a sadness for me. I could not even talk to you because of that guy in the sunglasses. Alma, be calm and read this. I think I've told you that I moved to a pharmaceutical company's lab. They headhunted me. Last month, there was an accident in the lab and the virus we were studying escaped. All my colleagues who were infected by the virus are dead. To be accurate, they become the living dead. They still wander around. Some of them are knocking on my room door desperately right now, but there's no sign of intelligence in their eyes. That cursed virus takes away all humanity from the human brain. Love, joy, sorrow, fear, humor, eternally. And Alma, even the memories of the days I spent with you. Yes, I'm infected. I did everything I could, but I could only delay the progress by a few days. The most frightening thing is that I forget more about you by the day, so I chose a peaceful death rather than becoming the living dead. Within an hour, I will have entered my eternal sleep. I do hope you'll understand my decision. Goodbye and forever yours, Martin Crackhorn.
Crackhorn? Crackhorn! Crackhorn!
I would have gone with the peaceful sleep earlier if my last name was Crackhorn.
I mean, I would have changed my name if I could. I would have changed my last name legally if my last name were Crackhorn. I would just apply for a fucking name change.
Exactly, Carlton gets it.
That's what?
It. You know, the movie
What's
It.
Oh, yeah. Which one? There's like 3 It movies now.
Well, 2 movies and 1 TV miniseries.
Fair.
It's like, I can't remember what show it was, but there was a thing of like, I don't get vertigo. No, I mean, like, I don't understand the movie Vertigo.
Yo. Oh god, this is just a weird thing from my friend. Like I don't know what it is with him, but he does not like certain like apparently he feels that remakes of movies are just a stain on the original actors who played these characters. Because
it depends on what angle they go with for the remake. If it's in Disney's case, then yeah, a lot of the remakes are an absolute stain on the legacies and hard work put in by the people that made the originals. But if it's something like, you know, The Thing is technically a remake.
Yeah.
But goes for a completely different vibe.
Right, exactly. And the thing is that, you know, he, like, apparently he this is the weird thing. He hated the new It movie without even giving it a chance, because to him, he just thought, it's like, oh, they're remaking it, thereby tarnishing...
Also, in that case, it's not even the It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, they're not remakes, because they're not remaking the TV miniseries. They're both adapted from a novel.
Exactly, and it's closer, like, it's better adapted to the novel. I mean, granted, there's still some artistic liberties that had to have been taken for more, you know, for for legal reasons.
Yes, and also the time shifting of it no longer having the child scenes take place in the 1950s, and instead having it take place in the 80s.
Which, you know, I think makes a lot more sense for the target audience that they're going for anyway.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, my friend is like, and I say this because when we went to go see Nosferatu in theaters back in January, it was basically because we were bored out of our skulls at his place, and we're like trying to figure out, like, what do we want to do? So we were like looking at what was currently playing at the local theater, and when I suggested Nosferatu, he was like, maybe. I had to actually like really convince him, because when I told him that Bill Skarsgård was going to be playing the titular Nosferatu, Count Orlok, his first reaction was burn him. And I'm like, because he knows Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, the dancing clown from the It Chapter 1 and 2 movies. And I had to explain to him, I was like, dude, Bill Skarsgård is a great actor. And just because you didn't like it doesn't mean that he's a bad actor.
Yeah, like, I was convinced for a while that Kristen Stewart was a bad actress. It turns out, no. She just gave exactly the performance that Twilight deserved.
Yep. And that's the thing, it's like, my friend is not what you... Like, I'll be honest. My friend, he's... How do I say this nicely?
A pain in the ass?
No, he's not a pain... Well, yes and no.
An asshole?
He's a good... No, he's not an asshole. No, I cut ties with the asshole. Thankfully. I don't want anything to do with that man anymore, nor his wife. But no, let's see. Basically, it's like he's not exactly the brightest.
He's not the brightest knife in the crayon box.
Basically, but I do have a friend who is even, less bright, unfortunately. I won't name names over stream because I don't want to get them into any... I don't want any hate coming their way, even though they don't really... they're my friends. They don't deserve any of the hate. I just complain.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. But yeah, all I'm saying is that, he... I don't know what it is. It's just, he seems to think that remakes are a stain on erasing the achievements of the actors who played these characters beforehand. So he kept saying how Bill Skarsgård was not a very good actor to play Pennywise. They should have just left it alone and everything like this. And I'm like, dude, it's bringing the concept of it to a new generation of horror fans.
I just have to throw in that Helton interjected with his own take on the situation, saying penis-wise.
Yes, I see that.
Thank you for that, Helton. I needed that.
Hey, you need the piece? Okay. Whatever you do, that's your...
Hey, I'm openly bisexual and gender fluid, unlike you, who's questionably straight.
Questionably.
As in, like, you know, there's comfortably straight, there's comfortably straight, there's uncomfortably straight, and then there's straight? Question mark?
And what exactly are you implying here?
I ain't implying nothing. You've dug your own hole over the past, like, 2-3 years.
And all because of a simple misunderstanding.
Because you talked about pegging me, yes.
Yes, but not in that context, of course. But you decided to twist it. You decided, see, you saw an opportunity and you fucking took it. And I hate you for that, but yet you're still my best friend.
How many planets has Pegatron dug through of rock bottom? I'd say at least an entire quadrant of the galaxy.
Oh, jeez.
Here's the broken shotgun we were supposed to use to get the real shotgun, but I skipped that so I could just get the Jill sandwich scene.
Oh.
Which is also required for Jill's best ending.
The desk is locked. Will you use the lockpick? You have used the lockpick.
And inside the desk was shotgun ammo. You know, as you keep in your desk drawer.
My God, that shot's
If only it was the Doom shotgun. Then there would be more ammo for it.
Yep. Let's see.
I should also point out, in both the original and the remake, there's a scene that you can get with Barry where he gives you acid rounds for your grenade launcher, which in the PS1 version is called the bazooka, even though it is not a bazooka. But in both versions, between both script revisions, neither one of them really conveys to you very well the importance of why he gives you acid rounds and like what kind of enemies you're supposed to use them on. In the original, he says, "It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things."
I would certainly hope so.
And in the remake, he says, "I found a can of fizz." Turns out, acid rounds are not very useful on zombies, but they're useful on things like hunters, or the dogs, or, dare I say, the giant snake boss.
Oh, jeez.
Whereas the flame rounds are better on, like the grenade rounds are your basic bazooka rounds, and then the flame rounds are good for plants and zombies.
Okay, yeah, flame rounds I can understand or work good on plants because, you know, if we're going by Pokemon logic, fire is effective against grass.
Yes. There's only like one plant enemy you encounter in the whole game, but it is its own dedicated boss fight.
Yeah, isn't that like the giant
the Plant 42, yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure like what it was called. I just know it was like the giant weed.
Yes, it's called Plant 42.
So I guess it knows the meaning of life then.
Yes. To steal a bit from one of my favorite random improv bits from one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, tune in Tune in next time for more fun facts. Saturdays at 8:13. Why 8:13? Because I don't understand time zones.
Oh, jeez.
But I need to show you that even in context, it still doesn't necessarily make sense. It's just a funny bit that they improv'd while being stuck on a section of Crash Bandicoot 2.
Oh, jeez.
The wonky dick thing from Super Gaming Bros. Or some call me Johnny, being the one in particular that is one of my favorite YouTubers, but he's one of the founders of Super Gaming Bros. It was like one of them just said the term wonky dick, and that sounded inherently funny, and they decided that it was a failed, like, Saturday morning cartoon mascot.
Oh, jeez.
And, like, not only is he incredibly lame, he has incredibly lame episodes. Like, one episode is like, Wonky Dick goes to the post office.
Jeez.
And, that was like, Wonky Dick, weekday afternoons at 8:13. Why 8:13? Because Wonky Dick doesn't get time zones. Oh, Wonky Dick.
Ay, ay, ay. Excuse me.
By the way, I thunk of another Mario character I could cosplay that also ties into Vine Sauce.
Oh, no.
The third Mario brother that Vinny came up with that has inspired so many fan works, including an entire super impressive ROM hack of Super Mario World. His name is Sponge.
Sponge.
Yes, Sponge. It's a nickname, actually. His full name is Spondagio. Or Spondage.
Yeah,
Spondage. That's his name. He's from the third world Eastern European country of Kraskatalia.
Kraskatalia.
Yes.
Oh, where did they come up with this shit?
And like he wears like reddish orange color instead of red or green. His mustache curves downwards, and he's always terminally depressed because nothing ever goes right for him in life. Even when he saves the day, he still manages to lose in the end.
Oh, jeez.
And the reason that his life is so depressing is because he is like a nexus point for the Mario universe. Because, like, you know how everything in the Mario universe is bright and cheery and cartoony and happy-go-lucky and everything's always joyful?
Right?
It's because he acts as a literal sponge, absorbing all of the negativity of the Mario universe. So everyone else can be happy.
Huh. Yeah, what's funny is that kind of gives me vibes of the whole insanely depressed. I don't know what they called it. It was like it was an insanely depressed Luigi that Furret and Mario came up with back. I don't know how long ago they came up with this bit, but it was hilarious because we were doing this back in like 2023 when Mario and I visited Furret for Wizards Memorial.
Yeah.
We were playing like video games. We were playing Mario Party. I think it was like the one of the older versions. So we were just playing, having fun, and Furret and Mario were just like joking back and forth with Furret being the depressed Luigi, because I think he just ended up being cast as Luigi in the game because there was no Toad at the time.
Helton says, I just heard a girl. Wow, that's rare. Yeah, that is Lulu in the background. She lives with Niko, and she's going to be having her debut sometime this summer, hopefully, once her model gets done. I'm helping her get streaming stuff set up because she's never streamed before, but she has been on a couple of my streams as a guest.
Yep. Yeah, and apparently she wants me dead.
Yes, for good reason.
The funny thing is, she'll still have to find me in order to...
Damn, he have a girlfriend. He betrayed us. No, he doesn't have a girlfriend, my dude. He has a fiance.
Yep. No, not fiance. She's his future wife.
His future wife, as Tommy Wiseau would say.
Apparently fiance sounds too French.
Well, it's because Tommy Wiseau has a grudge against the entirety of the French. Not only the people, but the language.
I'm well aware. I'm just, like, hilariously laughing because it's like...
I mean, it is a French word, so...
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like, his reason that he gave to people about why they didn't use, you know, loan words from the French language, instead use very awkward English equivalents like future husband and future wife, was because we make real American movie.
Nah. Sure you do, Tommy.
By the way, there's someone who did a video essay about like all the confirmed stuff that we know about Tommy Wiseau, International Man of Mystery. And one of the things that this person was able to confirm for himself, because he is fluent in French, is he went to a screening of The Room that had a Q&A with Tommy Wiseau. And he asked him his question in French. And Tommy Wiseau responded in French and then said, "But please speak English. We're in America, huh?"
Guess who's back?
Back again. Is it shady?
I've returned.
Niko's back.
Tell a friend.
I'm back. Good lord. I fed the Lulu. She has her pizza, as do I.
Click equals best movie ever. Click is one of the better Adam Sandler movies that came from Happy Madison. I'll say that much. Happy Madison, I have a lot of issues with. Like, here's my thing about Adam Sandler. He is a phenomenal actor. When someone else is involved in directing him and writing for him, and basically not letting him make a movie as an excuse to let him and his friends go on vacation.
All I'm gonna say is Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is a good one.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, JKR. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. It's okay. I was just gonna say is like, you know, I was surprised because when Ari said he's a phenomenal actor, I was like, since when is Adam Sandler a phenomenal actor? But then when you followed it up with when he's not the one directing and writing, it's like, okay, fair.
Yeah, that's a pretty common take in among like film critics is, you know, when he has someone else to rein him in and give him proper direction and, you know, give him good material, he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
He's won an Oscar, dude.
The only sad thing is we are never going to get, well, I'm not counting Saturday Night Live, Skip, but we're never going to get Bob Barker versus Adam Sandler 2 anymore.
Yeah, but we are getting Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, we are. I know, I'm excited for that. I love Happy Gilmore, it's funny.
You want to know a random weird fact about this scene in the DS version of Resident Evil?
protect you.
What?
Other than the fact that there is a DS version of Resident Evil.
I know, I played it.
The game uses the same voice acting from the PS1 version, except for one line in this scene. One line out of all this scene is randomly redubbed by Yuri Lowenthal, who does not provide any other lines for the rest of the game.
What?
Why? What the hell? Okay.
No one knows.
I don't even remember. Like, I played it when it came out, then I got rid of it because I was like, oh god.
It's like one of his lines out of that whole bit of dialogue is just randomly re-recorded, and it's Yuri Lowenthal. And no one knows why, because nothing else in the game is re-recorded.
Good lord.
Weird, but okay.
I'm assuming since you're at that part, you're dealing with Yawn.
Well, I'm getting the serum to give to him so I can fight Yawn. Technically, you don't even really need to rush to get the serum in the PS1 version, because he dies either way. It's not until the remake that they give you an incentive to get him the serum.
Yeah, because he gives you like an item that's very good.
He gives you a powered-up shotgun. Like, he gives you a exclusive shotgun that you only get by him surviving long enough to...
It's an assault shotgun.
Yeah, the assault shotgun.
I think if I remember correctly, I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I did Resident Evil Remake all in one go. Which was interesting. Even though on there I was streaming for like 9 hours or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, at the time I did not understand like what's going on. I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna play through this and just have a good time with it. Then all of a sudden I look at the time and I'm just like, what the hell?
I've done that before. Not for 9 hours, but still.
I've done that, but not on stream. Usually with Minecraft. Because that's usually what's happened with Minecraft. I get.
By the way, apparently Helton's jealous of you, Niko.
Oh?
For the fact that you have a loving fiance.
Well, I mean, me and her have been together since middle school. Not middle school, sophomore year of high school. And...
Like,
we didn't...
Before you came back, we could hear Lulu in the background. And,
yeah.
He was like, wait, there's a woman on stream? That never happens.
Good lord. Lulu sometimes comes in and makes an appearance, but no. We've been together since sophomore year. And, like, at first, we were very awkward as a couple at first, but eventually we figured if anything breaks us up, it's got nothing to be stupid. Like, unless one of us cheats or if one of us does something that is really unforgivable, we will deal with that. But we've been together. We're gonna actually be together 19 years come August 3rd.
Nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Also, have a good night,
Go ahead.
Shadow Dragon, and thanks for the well wishes.
Have a good night. But no, I proposed to her like actually on our 10th anniversary, but due to like stuff happening, we couldn't have a proper wedding. So I'm hoping maybe on the maybe like next year or something we could try. Sorry, we could Thank you. We could try for something because like our plan is like we're trying to save up money to actually have a wedding.
Right.
Even if it's a small get together.
Well, you know, yeah, whenever this does happen, Niko, yeah, I will ensure that Ari is, here for, to support you in person.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's just gonna be like a small thing. We're gonna do like close friends, close family. So it's like we're not gonna have like an overly sized wedding, but we do want to do a costume wedding, like medieval fantasy and this fantasy stuff.
Nice.
I could bring my Alucard cosplay and have a reason to wear it outside of a convention or outside of Halloween.
We'll be sure to make like a fake casket for you so you can just show up out of random. Oh god, but no, like I said, like it's not like, believe me, like once you find the right person, like if they got your back, you know you have a keeper. Like despite like financial, like money, health, or whatever, like as long as you got someone to get your back, you're okay. I mean, it could be
honestly,
anyone, even.
Yeah, and honestly, Niko, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you found that special someone.
Well, it's not just her. It's not just her. I also got you, our, of my other friends. I could actually consider a lot of my friends close family. So,
aw, I appreciate that.
In other words, like what Trevor Belmont said to Sypha and Alucard, no one's alone in this house, and I extend that to all my friends.
Nice. That's very nice of you.
Also, I just burned my mouth on this pizza a little bit. Holy crap!
You know what someone has to redeem now, because it is officially pizza time.
I know.
Hold on.
We actually cooked this on a rotisserie pizza thing, and it's pretty good. I mean,
I was about to say, like, how the fuck do you cook a pizza like a rotisserie chicken?
There's like this mini pizza rotisserie. Oh god. I'll wait till this plays. But no,
Ari.
Yes.
Good lord. But no, we just put a frozen pizza on a rotisserie, and it cooks for like 20 minutes on both sides.
Nice.
And it's actually pretty good. I mean, it even does stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust, King Kai! You can eat it in reverse!
In reverse!
Something I didn't notice about that scene until the creator commentary from Team 4 Star is when Goku says you can eat it in reverse, he has like a stuffed crust pizza being pulled apart, reflecting in his eyes.
Oh no. Honestly, stuffed crust pizza is really good, especially if you have like pepperoni and bacon on it.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I mean, any topping with a stuffed crust pizza is just godly either way.
Oh hell yeah!
He wouldn't go that far because he doesn't eat bacon or pepperoni.
I know. I mean, you don't even need to have pepperoni and bacon. You can do green pepper, olive. You can do all kinds of stuff.
What? No. You are not going to eat my dog on a pizza, my friend.
Unless your dog comes out of a can of...
You said olive. You're not eating olive on a pizza.
That is more than one olive! I'm not talking about your quadrupedal friend. I'm talking about the wait a minute, is an olive even a fruit?
It's a fruit.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking about the fruit that comes out of the can.
We dressed her up as a can of olives for her first Halloween.
Oh my god.
We based it off of a can of black olives that we had in the pantry at the time.
I used to eat like olives when I was younger, but now I just can't. I don't know why. I will say this. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I remember actually, I think this was last year actually. My mom went on vacation up north, and so basically left me alone with Widget to guard the house and everything. Okay, everything's fine. Mind you, this is the dead of summer. So first night, I actually ordered from a local pizza place a stuffed crust pizza. Oh my god, was it good? It was a mushroom pizza with a stuffed mushroom pizza, and I loved it. Unfortunately, I think I let it sit in the oven for too long after a while because it just kind of sat there, and I got sick of pizza for a couple of days. So when I went back to go enjoy some of it later, I found out it had gone moldy.
JKR, do me a favor. add Miles to the group chat so he doesn't have to, so he can directly share his take on olives with us.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Also, JKR, like, since you and me are from Illinois, I'm gonna say this right now. Deep dish, the deep dish Chicago style pizza from Giordano's, my dude.
See, there's
Yay
a
or
place-
nay?
It's been too long since I've had Giordano's, so I can't tell you yay or nay on that because of how long it's been.
I'm just saying, like, that kind of pizza in general.
I love deep dish, but there's a place I go to or like try to emulate their pizza all the time. It's called Pizzeria Uno, and I go to their like subsidiary.
I've had that pizza before, and that pizza's godly, like holy.
Dude, Pizzeria Due was my childhood. I went there all the time with my family whenever we got the chance.
It was that one and Home Run Inn.
Okay, like, a pizzeria that I went to a grand total of once, which is apparently, I guess it's a chain, because I've seen 2 locations of it in my life. It's called Fuel Pizza.
It's a chain.
Yeah. I went there once.
hello,
It was the
Miles.
worst pizza that I've ever had. I dare say it was a pizza shit.
Yep, they closed the one down near me like 3 or 4 years ago, dude.
The one that I went to, me and my dad went there because he was, you know, picking me up after school for dinner, as he would do as part of his custody, joint custody. Like, he would pick me up once a week on, I think, Wednesdays to take me out to dinner.
I'll go get her.
And it was the one that was down by the Blockbuster near my old childhood home.
I miss
In the immortal words of Arnold
Blockbuster.
Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
In the immortal words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm thinking about coming all day.
Also, Miles, what is your whims?
Wait, you cut out for me. What'd you say?
I was saying, what is your wisdom of olives?
I hate the actual food olives. I like the dog olive. Therefore, that is the best way to put things.
Well said.
Now kick him from the group. He said his piece.
Oh, okay.
I'm
fine,
kidding.
I'll get it. I know.
No, stay.
I know. I'm just joking. I haven't talked
Also,
to
how
Joe.
have you been?
I've been fine for the most part. My leg is still injured, but it's healing, thankfully. So,
Well, a slow and steady heal. Also, did you hear what they did to Al Creamy?
no, I did not. What happened?
Due to the low win rate in Pokemon Unite, they buffed her entire toolkit to now where she is the most meta player in ranked. She surpassed Battle Medic Eldergloss pre-patch.
Seriously?
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
I'm back, Ari. Did you, let's see, how do I do this?
We're about to fight
here
a
it is.
snake.
Kick.
Oh, we're about to fight Yawn?
Yeah, we're about to fight y'all. Oh god, this music.
Oh, that's
Wait a minute, I thought you could actually run past... Oh, no, you have to fight him as Jill. I was going to say you could
You
run
have to
past
fight
and
it.
get the
You
item
have to
and
fight
get
him as
out.
Jill. You can just, you know, run past him and grab the thing, but I always like fighting him.
Fair enough. I just run past him to grab it just so I can conserve ammo, but... It's
Also,
just,
I've got this bazooka that I haven't used at all. My god, I'm gonna use it.
You got the grenade launcher.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I've got this bazooka, and I've got 12 acid rounds.
Look, at least he's not cloaked.
What you really need for this situation is a bazooka.
I do have a bazooka.
so.
I mean, I can give
Niko.
you a pack of bazooka gum.
I forgot to tell y'all something. I met someone in World of Warcraft I know pretty well. I've met in person that has
Yeah.
a whole bunch of base set parts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a base set Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, a whole bunch of old stuff.
You do know if that shit is shadowless in perfect pristine condition, then oh god, they're
I have a
set for life.
I have a Shadowless Venusaur that's in decent condition.
Oh, baby. But what I was saying about Alcremie real quick, what made her broken is, so her Decorate before it was buffed, she could only give her shield to one Pokemon and then use, I think it's like Dazzling Gleam or Fairy Wind to attack with that shield. She gives herself and her partner the shield now, and it's double the HP.
Oh my lord.
And then her Recover does, I think, like 85% more recovery, and I'm just like, why did you buff this little demon cake? What the hell?
Jill's dead, everyone.
Roll credits.
Rest in peace, Jill.
Mary to the rescue.
Yes.
Piss forever. Rest in
Jill-
piss forever, miss.
Now here's the question, what do we do with the stuff that she has on her?
Take it.
Yeah, she's
Sell it
not
at
gonna
the
need
pawn
so
shop.
I mean, we can at least keep the bazooka, at least. I mean, that would be useful.
Only if you have the
Bazooka would
ammo
be,
for it.
I have no authority on saying on what guns to keep. I mean, I just use a whip and a bunch of other weapons, not like firearms as much.
Stand up. I have to now.
I do have a set of magic pistols, though. I really should be using those more often.
By the way, after when I come back from break, I'm probably going to start looking at some of the Onimusha games, as well as Resident Evil and Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
Because the Onimusha 2 remaster is out now. There's a new
the
Onimusha
last
game
time I
coming out
played-
later this year.
Right back.
Take your time. I haven't played Onimusha since when I was like 9 or 10 because my dad had the game on PlayStation and PS2 rather.
Yeah.
And he had a file that was at the final boss, and I never played the game before. I'm like, ooh, this game looks cool. All of a sudden, why can't I hit you? And then and then like years later, I realized I just ran headfirst into the final boss, not knowing what I am doing. Damn.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know exactly what Onimusha is, basically Resident Evil, but samurai.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not far off by saying PlayStation accidentally instead of PS2, because it was, up until late in development, supposed to be a PS1 game.
Okay, that I did not know.
Yeah, there's some footage you can find online of the PS1 build of the game.
I'll definitely have to check out when you play, join you when you play that, because I've actually never played through the entirety of the game because, again, my dad was like, yeah, this game is not your age group.
The only thing you have to know going into the remaster of Onimusha 1 is that they changed the soundtrack for the same reason that this DualShock edition of Resident Evil doesn't get re-released all that often, because the composer was found out to have lied about being deaf and also didn't actually compose any of his music. He had a ghostwriter and didn't credit him for it.
That's
So basically, to like not have any connections to the person, so they did cut him off from it.
Like, basically, he tried to hype himself up as the Japanese Beethoven, but he wasn't even deaf.
Oh.
So not only did he lie about composing all these beautiful pieces of music, he lied about being deaf.
Oh, jeez.
Man.
And we do know who his ghostwriter was. But, like, the weird thing with Capcom is, instead of just, like, crediting the ghostwriter and keeping the original music, they have either, like in Resident Evil's case, they release the non-DualShock version nowadays of Resident Evil 1 for PS1. So it has the original soundtrack, which is also better. As I'm discovering now, because we're playing the version that has the DualShock soundtrack. And in Onimusha's case, they create whole new scores for those games, so they don't have to pay any royalties to the composer who didn't compose jack shit.
Oh, JKR, my Lulu said she will post the 3 of my artworks from the Castlevania bestiary. She said she'll do that for you.
Good.
Nice.
It would have to be in the art section, right?
General art,
General
yes.
General art? Alright, gotcha.
General art is for, like, just art pieces that people have made. Fan art is for stuff related to me, my streams, or my videos.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Or my lore.
Funny?
Yeah. What's so funny?
But what's so funny?
I was actually recording Pokemon Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting because I couldn't stream at like 1 a.m.
That's hilarious.
No. So the Switch 2, I almost failed a shiny for the first time in my life.
Oh god, which shiny was it?
Psyduck.
Womp womp.
Well, no, I got it. I was like, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye because I was about to walk out onto like another route and then go back in because it resets all the spawns. And right before I walked past where it says, the new name of the route, before it reset, I saw something blue in the corner of my eyes and I bolted back. I was like panicking.
Oh, you almost refreshed everything. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it a short at this point.
I was gonna say, just remember to keep that thing calm. Otherwise, it's gonna be a ticking time bomb and everything is gonna die.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna get a giant headache. And you know how it happens when they get headaches.
Oh, you mean hey, Niko, when you say ticking time bomb, do you mean one like this?
No! Ducking!
Ducking. Talking about Psyduck.
Ducking explosion.
Good.
Speaking of Psyduck, I saw a clip of like Korone talking about Pokemon because a couple months ago she was playing through Pokemon Gen 1.
The original Gen 1?
The original Gen 1 on the Super Game Boy.
Okay, she got the fun rule set. Okay.
Yes. And she part of it was her like learning some of the English names for Pokemon. Because she didn't know the English names for some of them and how punny they were. But we also found out what her favorite Pokemon is, and it's Psyduck.
Oh no.
Which she was entertained to find out Psyduck's English name, because in Japanese he's called Koduck.
Oh. Also, I was showing Ari and Lulu. Well, Lulu showed Ari. When my friend was playing Unite, she told me, "Hey, Gardevoir got a new skin along with some other Pokemon." I'm like, "Oh God, what did they give her?" They gave her a Victorian set, which was like a corset vest and a top hat. And I'm like, "Look, I'm happy my girl is getting a lot of costumes, but Garchomp and a lot of other Mons need one, and now Alcremie is going to be the one taking over the closet."
Yeah. Need some extra party toppers.
No. For alternate Alcremie outfits, given that she's supposed to be like cake themed, just like put different sprinkle settings on her.
I mean, she already has an outfit on the battle pass, I think, this time around. I'm not sure.
Like, instead of putting clothes on Alcremie, just put sprinkles.
I would love that, honestly, to be real with you.
Alcremie has like decorations that, depending on which one it is, it changes things. So they can always do that and then add Ari Sprinkle's idea.
Yeah. One thing I'm upset about is Unite has been saying, like, oh, we're going to add the shiny charm eventually. I am waiting for that because I will gladly give up one of my item slots for that.
What, to make them shiny?
Yeah, like you equip the shiny charm on one of the slots. So if you have 2 items that are good, but you don't know what to put in the 3rd slot, boom, put a shiny charm. Now you have like a shiny Gardevoir or a shiny Charizard.
Speaking of shiny Gardevoir, I have a shiny Ralts in my little playthrough.
I'm so jealous because when I played Pokemon Go back at work, I found a shiny Ralts, but it ran and it was female, and I was like, no.
Yeah, mine's a female shiny Ralts from my playthrough. I caught it on stream actually with Kier.
I have a request. You haven't nicknamed it yet, right?
No, I have not.
I request her to be nicknamed Mint.
Okay, I can do that.
Because that's the name of Niko's Gardevoir.
Sure,
Yeah, the Gardevoir plush I have.
Sadly, it's not one of the
custom-made,
life-size ones, but still.
Sadly, no, but it's a pretty big Gardevoir plush. It's like my anxiety Gardevoir because I've always wanted because I have like a ton of Gardevoir plushes on my TV stand. And
sorry to interrupt, but just as clarification for people that aren't familiar with Niko, he's the only Gardevoir fan in existence who doesn't like Gardevoir for lewd reasons.
Legit, if you've had a Gardevoir on your team, she can bail you out of many situations. I've had her since Gen 3 and I've never looked back.
Yeah, I nicknamed the Psyduck Duck Dodgers for some reason.
Because Duck Dodgers was an unexpectedly good cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It also gave us the underrated cartoon Babe that was Queen Tyranny.
The Queen of the Martians.
Yes.
I also named my Pichu Sparky because that's typical.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But the Ralts was the only one I had nicknamed.
Well, I appreciate you for nicknaming it Mint. Because now my Gardevoir from the Pokemon Cafe can actually fight now.
Yeah, his Gardevoir runs a Pokemon Cafe that has what is definitely not a Garchomp Mafia in the basement.
Yeah, my friend Voidwolf, for Pokemon Unite, like me, Voidwolf, Derp Squishy, and my other friend Joe, when we play Pokemon Unite, we actually were talking about we can make VTubers of our Pokemon, and we made a lore where my Gar runs a maid cafe, like a Poke Cafe or whatever, and the Garchomp that is there lives in the basement. He's allowed to eat what he wants in the cafe for free as long as he protects the place, and he runs its own mafia.
That's funny.
And I think lore-wise, what made him infamous was he actually ran out some Team Rocket Grunts and actually put a Rattata in the ground.
Oh shoot!
And we were talking about it, and we were like, "Oh, we should probably make this just a talk stream for the Pokemon Cafe." And I'm just like, maybe we could probably do that. Sure.
Those dang doggos. They really were not letting.
That's why I brought the shotgun with me.
Bork.
That's why
just wait until
I can't get me mallet, so I have to bring the shotgun instead.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
I'm not
worry.
gonna finish my thought.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I'm not going to. It would not be appropriate.
Okay.
As if anything we've said tonight is appropriate. We talked about the depth of Niko's hole.
You talk. I'm not even going to get into it.
We also talked about how dummy thick his aunt is.
Auntie Maria.
Look, Auntie Maria, if you're not seeing Alucard at the moment, hit me up, okay?
If you think I'm going to call you uncle, you're crazy.
I mean, what?
Crazy?
It's not like I'm expecting. It's not like I'm expecting you to call me daddy.
They locked me in a room.
That's what she's gonna call me.
Rats. Rats make crazy. Crazy? I was
I
crazy once. They locked me in a room. I'm in a room.
Okay, you can stop now.
Rats been... Fuck.
I almost said an Old Yeller joke. That's why I stopped.
Oh, I hate Old Yeller.
Okay.
We watched that. Okay, so I've told the story before that in my 5th grade homeroom class, whenever it was someone's birthday, the teacher would let the student whose birthday it was throughout their birthday week bring in a movie of their choice as long as it was rated G, because the school wouldn't let us watch anything above rated G movies without a parental permission slip. Like one person brought in Old Yeller as the movie that we watched during lunchtime for their birthday week. And it's like, okay, we can that we're allowed to watch that, but we're not allowed to watch like Shrek. Because Shrek is rated PG. We're allowed to watch a movie where the entire central focus is, you know, the wonderful dog gets rabies and then has to be put down very violently. Even though they don't show it, it's still, you know, very disturbing for a kid at that age. Oh, we're not allowed to watch Shrek because that's rated PG, not G.
Yeah, they don't make any sense to me at all.
My school made no sense. But apparently, when I tell people that it was founded and mostly run by Mormons, people are like, oh, that tracks. Mostly ex-Mormons that I know say, oh, that tracks.
Oh, God.
I didn't realize that this thing was worth that much if I got it as a 10 Shadowless. Sheesh.
Oh, how much?
I have a Bulbasaur Shadowless.
Okay.
And people are selling it for $620.
$620?
Yeah.
What the?
No, $620. Why would you pay for it in male deer?
People want male deer.
You know, I just have to ask JKR to do something one more time, and I'm pretty sure the left side of your castle will collapse.
What do you need, Niko? You want it? You got it.
Hold on.
Oh no!
I want to see. I want to see his next move.
My next move is probably to die if I don't heal quickly enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh,
in which case, I'll be sent back quite a bit.
Oh, real talk. Do you have at least one spare green herb that hasn't been fused yet?
I have a mixed herb that has not been mixed with a blue yet.
Okay, yeah, just make sure you have a blue in case of the tarantula poison.
I know this game. I know how it progresses.
I know.
Resident Evil 1 PS1 version is the Resident Evil game I've played front to back the most. Mostly because it's pretty short.
Same here. I'm just trying to be hopeful on that one because it's just like a lot of people I've seen play this forget to do this and end up dying to tarantula poison.
Yeah.
I hate tarantulas.
Well, you're gonna be seeing a couple of them in this playthrough. Probably not tonight. We're reaching a good point where we can stop for the night.
Yeah, because I mean, you're at the guardhouse practically.
Yeah, I'm at the guardhouse, which is where they introduce the giant tarantulas.
Funny thing about the tarantulas, though, the black tiger boss. If you stand in the middle of the room, the tarantula will go on top of you, but it cannot hurt you.
Oh,
you can knife it to death.
I'm not going to, but that's good to know.
Well, it's funny because the reason why is the hitbox on the tarantula. Apparently, it doesn't get its hitbox until it reaches the middle of the room. So if it goes right on top of you while you do this, then you can knife it, and all it will do is spin around.
I think you mean spin!
Pretty much. The only downside to that is you're right on top of it when it explodes and sends out babies. Like, you need to get the fuck out of there. That's the only downside. Other than that, the remake doesn't allow you to do that because they actually gave the Black Tiger Tarantula a cutscene when it comes down. So,
and you know, they actually made it a proper boss fight. They made most of the boss fights proper boss fights instead of just boxed-in arenas where you could just bullshit your way through it.
Well, I mean, you could actually skip the fight if you're good enough. If you're good at oh god, I mean, you could skip the entire boss fight if you're very quick with your knife and to cut the webs. The only problem is when you're going back out, the camera's so awkward, you'll practically get bit by the tarantula anyway. Like, I remember that being a run ender for speedruns.
Speaking of tarantulas, I need to see if I can find any more songs by Tarantula to have on my opening music playlist. Because moving very slowly, well, there's a live version that I think is actually better. But then there's also Trudgemank. And I don't think there's very many other Tarantula songs that have gotten, like, actual releases from the Brothers Chaps.
Scusi.
But yes, Miles, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see any tarantulas tonight because if
we're saving here, and then we're probably going to raid Mistress Dove. Who, based on what her going live notification said, it looks like she's probably streaming more Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. So for Lords of Shadow and this, I'm assuming like the next time we'll probably do Guardhouse or something.
Yeah. Yeah, next time we do this will be the Guardhouse, and next time we do Lords of Shadow will be the Earth Titan.
Okay.
Jet battle.
Speaking of that, they actually had Tom the Cat versus Wile E. Coyote.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil who wins.
Okay, she's playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix. But I'm trying to figure out which of the games in that collection she is playing.
I can tell, hold on.
Just from the thumbnail.
I'll tell you.
I mean, I can just bring her up. She's playing Kingdom Hearts 1. She is on the, she's in Neverland.
Yeah, then it's...
All I'm going to say is...
No, she's in Monstro.
I was going to say...
No, she's not in Monstro. Where the fuck is... No, she's at End of the World. Duh.
I'm just going to say, if she hasn't fought Sephiroth yet, if she ends up fighting Sephiroth, good luck.
Yeah.
2 invisible health bars plus a shit ton of health and a lot of damage.
Yeah, Sephiroth is hard.
Yeah. But Mistress Dove is the biggest Kingdom Hearts expert I know. She could do that easily. Okay, now she's in 100 Acre Wood. I forgot End of the World does a lot of weird stuff like that.
Isn't like End of the World like where you fight the final boss or something? I don't really remember.
It's a step before it, and it's where you get the final form.
No, that's Kingdom Hearts 2.
I thought End of the World was 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2 doesn't... Kingdom Hearts 1 doesn't have forms in it, dude.
I'm thinking about
You're thinking the world that never was.
Yes, I got them confused.
All I remember from Kingdom Hearts 1 when I played it was I could beat Sephiroth with Kingdom Key, but I could never beat the final boss because I mess up on it all the time.
It's all
just like, no.
From peeping at Mistress Dove's chat is how I found out that the new Perfect Dark game just got canceled.
Oof. When was this?
Apparently recent.
I need to send Ari something.
But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to my co-hosts for joining me tonight. I'm going to be on vacation for about 2 weeks. I should be back not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Also, before we go, before we do anything, one more thing. I think we should fix some of the bricks, the holes in your wall from explosions, because I think we're letting in some of the other creatures from outside.
I'll just get Inspector Gadget to do it. He does like to build brown bricks anyway. Anyway, good night, everybody. This is the worst ending ever.